Have you ever stared at a massive spinning globe and just thought, how in the world do I find anything on this thing? Well, welcome, young explorers. Today, I'm your guide for an incredible adventure into our magical map book, where we're going to unlock the hidden secrets of our world.
Seriously, think about it for a second. How exactly do you find one tiny, specific spot on a giant planet? How can someone pinpoint a single hidden treasure, a winding river, or a bustling city on an Earth that is just so unbelievably massive? It kind of seems impossible, right? But geographers have these secret tools that make it super easy. And today, you're going to learn exactly how to use them.
This educational explainer is proudly produced by Waqas Ahmed Shah, an educator and AI agents and automation builder for educators, traders, and startups, based in Karachi, Pakistan.
So here is your Explorer's Toolkit for today's journey. 1. 4 amazing map types. 2. Earth's invisible grid lines. 3. Making sense of numbers. And 4. Seeing land in 3D. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. 4 amazing map types. Your magic lenses.
Okay, so our first lens is the physical map. Using a physical map is literally like putting on colored glasses that reveal nature's absolute coolest features. Instead of just showing plain land, it uses colors to tell us what the ground actually looks like. Water features are always painted in these beautiful blues. The uplands, like hills and mountains, they're shaded in browns and purples. And the lowlands, they're painted a bright, lush green. So, for example, on a physical map of Pakistan, the river Indus Plains and the land right along the coast are colored green, simply because they are lowlands.
Right, next up, we swap our lenses to check out a political map. Political maps are kind of like the labels in a grand treasure hunt. Instead of nature, these maps show us human-made features. They draw the invisible borders between different countries, outline the provinces, and pinpoint the exact locations of cities. Whenever you need to figure out where people live and how we've divided up the land, the political map is absolutely your best friend.
Now, here's where it gets really cool. A map can actually focus on just one specific topic at a time, and that's called a distribution map. These maps tell a colorful story using different shades. For instance, a cartographer, that's a mapmaker by the way, might use 3 different shades of a single color to show us exactly where the most cotton grows in Pakistan. The light shades might mean just a little bit of cotton, while the darkest shades point to areas with massive cotton production. You can use these maps for anything, like showing where it rains the most or exactly where the highest number of people live.
And our fourth and final lens is the route map. Route maps show us exactly how we travel from place to place, highlighting the paths of roads, railways, airplane flights, and sea routes. But what's really amazing is that these routes are usually controlled by nature itself. A route map will show you that a road or a railway will typically cross a natural feature, like the river Indus, at its absolutely narrowest point just to make building a bridge easier. Or it might show a road built straight across a human-made feature, like the Kotri Barrage.
Section 2. Earth's invisible grid lines. The ultimate detective grid.
Have you ever noticed those faint lines forming a grid pattern all over the pages of an atlas? Well, those lines are your key to finding absolutely any place on Earth. First, we have latitude. You can think of lines of latitude as the horizontal, sideways lines that run from left to right across the map. Then we have longitude. These are the vertical, up and down lines running from north to south. By using these intersecting lines together, you can pinpoint the exact coordinates of any city, mountain, or, hidden treasure.
But wait, where does this giant grid actually start? It all begins at a very special number, 0 degrees. The absolute center of this grid relies on 2 main 0-degree lines. The starting horizontal line of latitude is called the equator, and everything is measured as either north or south of it. The starting vertical line of longitude is called the prime meridian, and everything is measured as east or west of that one.
Okay, quick fun fact for your next geography quiz. If you follow that 0-degree longitude line, the prime meridian, going north from the equator, it runs straight through West Africa, Western Europe, and right through a specific place in England called Greenwich. But beware, it is definitely not pronounced Greenwich. It's pronounced Greenwich. People in that village have actually marked the exact spot where this imaginary line runs right through their farmland, which is just awesome.
Section 3. Making sense of numbers, graphs, and statistics.
Let's be honest, statistics are just sets of numbers about a topic, like rainfall or temperature. But reading a giant table of numbers can literally give anyone a headache. That is exactly where graphs come in. When you use a climate bar chart for a place like Quetta in Balochistan, instead of reading boring numbers, you just look at the height of the columns for each month.
You can just take a ruler, place it at the top of a column, look across to the vertical scale on the side, and instantly find out the average rainfall in millimeters. You can also easily spot the wet season just by seeing which bars are the tallest.
Then there's the pie chart, or in this case, a donut chart. I know, it sounds like a delicious dessert, but instead of showing actual slices of cake, it represents a whole group of something. This brilliantly illustrates the population of Pakistan. The entire circle is the total population. And if you look at the different slices, it easily shows us that 43%, that is nearly half of Pakistan's entire population, is aged 14 and under. Visuals just make complex numbers so much easier to digest.
Section 4. Seeing land in 3D. Cross-sections and block diagrams.
To wrap up our tools, there are two really cool types of diagrams you need to know about. The first is a cross-section. Imagine taking an apple and slicing it right in half. When you look at the flat, cut side, you're looking at a cross-section. Well, geographers do this to valleys. They draw a valley as if a huge knife sliced it in half, so you can see the slopes perfectly. The second type is a block diagram, and this is even cooler. A block diagram is like taking that same huge knife and cutting a giant 3D chunk of land right out of the countryside, almost like pulling a piece out of a jigsaw puzzle, so you can see the top and the sides all at once.
Congratulations, my friends! You have completely unlocked the entire geography toolkit. You now know exactly how to swap between your 4 colored map lenses. You can find exact coordinates on the Earth's invisible latitude and longitude grid. You can translate boring statistics into colorful visual data graphs, and you can picture flat landforms in complete 3D using diagrams. Oh, and one last pro tip from the map book before we go. Always check the title of your atlas map first, so you know exactly what extra information you're actually looking at.
Geography isn't just about memorizing places. It's about giving you the actual tools to understand the incredible world around you. So grab your map book, step outside, and take a look around. I really want you to let me know in the comments below, what geographical mystery will you solve next? If you had to draw a route map of your daily life, what natural obstacles stand in your way? Please like, subscribe, and follow to keep exploring with us. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive and keep discovering.